Hi there, and welcome to my channel Simply Stocks. And today I'm going to talk about NBCC as to how the performance of the company has been and how the performance of the stock has been over the last year or so. So we'll discuss about that. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should do their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. I'm not a member of the NSC and BSC, and that I'm not an official portfolio advisor. These all will be my personal opinion, and any buying selling decision you take is purely on your you can say discretion, and whatever you invest into any market you can say asset class, say commodities, currencies, stocks, is subject to market risk. So before I talk about NBCC, here's a small request: can you support me on Patreon? And once you do that, it will help me grow the channel. It help you also ask me questions and eke out answers on market related topics, on topics on sector. We discuss about. You can have interaction with me. I discuss about my portfolio there, but the sectors I'm looking at, the sectors I'm looking to invest into, and I'm looking the sectors which are looking good from a long term point of view in India. Overall economic and global market situation is everything is discussed through podcasts there. So you can become a member there or become a member on YouTube by clicking on the join button there or on WhatsApp as well. Now let me take you to the screener website and we'll discuss about NBCC. So a 7,300 crore market cap company trading at around 41 rupees at the moment. The PE of the stock is around 20, and this is a very decent company, a debt-free company that we are talking about at the moment. Overall, on a fundamental basis, the fundamentals are pretty strong for this company. So, what does NBCC do? It is a government of India Navratna enterprise, and the company operates in three major segments, which is majorly into you can say project management, consultancy, engineering, procurement, and construction activities. So, if you look at their business in slight detail, then you'll have an understanding that project management or PMC is a major chunk of their you can say sales that comes through. Engineering, procurement, or EPC business is also there, which has a decent share of the revenue that the company generates. And real estate development, they get orders to redevelop those you can say real estate projects that get stalled across India. And recently also they got a few orders of which were stalled because of other companies backing out. So if you look at the revenue split, then PMC contributes 93% in their FY21 revenues versus 88%. This is project management. Uh, uh, Real estate is around 2%. In FY22, 21 it was 2% versus 1% 3 years back. So that has also doubled. And EPC business is around 5%, which has dipped from around 11%. And you would understand that there is a lot of competition in the EPC business overall that the company could face because of many pure EPC business companies that are there in the organized space. In terms of overseas operation, the company has its presence in Maldives, Mauritius, and Dubai, where it is implementing various, you can say, prestigious projects. It has also secured orders for the construction of the police headquarters, costing around $13.9 million, and the construction of the Attorney General's AG's office around 13.4 you can say $1 million in Seychelles. So they have businesses in other parts of the other continents as well, such as their business in Seychelles. So they have a number of joint ventures and mergers that keep going on. So it is a very vast company that we are talking about because of being a government oriented company. But even though it is a government backed company, the stock has performed decently over the last 2 3 years or so. In terms of order book, the company had an order book of around 60,000 crores as of March 21, and some of its major projects in progress are the redevelopment, as I said, of Nauroji Nagar, Sarojini Nagar, and Netaji Nagar. You can say Amrapali projects, international exhibition, come convention center at Pragati Maidan, New Delhi, IIT Bhubaneswar, IIT Mandi, AIMS, Bilaspur AIMS, and you have Deoghar. I am Vishakhapatnam, and I am Sambalpur, plus I am Ranchi. So major institutions, they try to rebuild, refurbish, etc., and that is where NBCC really puts in their effort. So that is their order book is pretty big, 60,000 crores over the next 3 4 years that they are going to do, and the market cap of the company is around 7,000 8,000 crores. So that's why there is some attraction in the you can say in the company overall. So that's about, you can say, the fundamentals of the company. If you look at the revenue concentration, then in FY21, 14% of the revenues were derived from a single external, you can say, customer in the PMC segment. And the focus, the company is expecting to create six Amrapali housing, you can say, projects by the end of 2023. That is their plan. So overall, company has a lot of projects and a very decent strong order book with itself. If you look at the stock per se, it has not done much over the last, you can say, 6 8 months or so, since November, when it was trading at 41 42 rupees. It's around there, but the numbers have been pretty good. So if you look at the numbers on a quarterly basis, March numbers, the sales went up by around 24 25% from 1800 crores to 2230 crores. Profit jumped. So what happened is the margins expanded by 4 500 basis points, and although it is showing 4%, but it has increased compared to, you can say, March of 2022. And so eventually operating profit jumped from 63 crores to 90 crores, which is a near 50% jump in operating profit. If you take out other income portion, because other income last time around was in negative 40 crores versus the 40 crores this time around, even then the numbers look good. 40 50% growth on the bottom line. And with the interest rates coming down, with the current interest rate environment changing and peaking out, I think companies in the real estate and development will do well. Now, there's one caveat here: the company has no debt whatsoever, so I don't think there will be a major effect on their debt part with respect to interest rates going down, and that is probably why most of the real estate companies are doing well and NBCC is not. But overall sentiment for the real estate industry will change, so the stock could perhaps head much higher from the current levels, because at this point of time, with the kind of numbers that the company is producing, if you look at March 23 numbers, 6,700 crore sales versus a market cap, if you see here, of around 7,350. So it's trading at only one time sales. So I think this could expand overall in terms of market cap to sales. Plus, if you see the EPS, which is for the year is around half a rupee, 0.54. I, I think this is going to increase, because you would understand that last time around, if you look at, so 0.54 for this quarter, so for the year it's around 1.28 rupees. But if you see here in the last 4 quarters, in the June quarter they had a negative EPS. So once everything becomes positive, once we have the June numbers, we'll have more clarity as to how the EPS will pan out, say in FY24 or so, and it would be much better than what it is in FY23. So even if we take in June that they're going to have decent, you can say, other income of around 35 40 crores, then we are looking at a scenario where the EPS will be somewhere closer to 0.45 or so. And in that case, the overall EPS will jump from the current 1.28 to around 1.8 or so. So around 1.8 rupees of EPS for next year. I believe the stock is trading at around 20 25 times. earnings. So everything is looking not that stretched at all. I won't say that it's a buy or a sell. I won't give that recommendation at all. But it's not stretched at around 1.8, 1.7 rupees EPS and at one time sales. I think there is a room for decent expansion in the stock altogether. So in terms of balance sheet, as I explained, debt is zero, and that is why the stock doesn't go down a lot. And the reserves have increased gradually from around 1400 crores in you can say 1200 crores or so in 2015, as we see here, to 1700 crores right now. So that this is a pretty strong balance sheet that we are talking about. In terms of shareholding pattern, we have a scenario where the promoters hold around 62% stake. FIIs have around 3%, 3.4%. That has decreased from around 5.8% to 3 years back when everything was tumbling during the pandemic. And I think this thing should change going forward, because I think more money should flow, more money from HNIs and FIIs should flow into real estate infrastructure and rate sensitive stocks, rather than going into defensive stocks or into, you can say, other sectors altogether. So this may increase. Public shareholding is around 24%, which has increased substantially over the last 5 years, but is not at alarming level at all. So this is an overall analysis of NBCC at around these levels. The company is producing very strong numbers, so you can definitely analyze this company from a 2 year point of view, whether one can look at it or not. So you can do that by yourself and take a call on that. So this was my video on NBCC. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.